Unit 12, Day 2 homework, the pyramid assignment, and this is your tutorial. I'll work the odd problems with you. For the pyramid, there are a few items that we need to make sure we write down first and foremost before we forget about them. We need the perimeter of the base, the area of the base, the 3D height, and the slant height. As we did on our notes, so our base figure is a square, just like the notes. And since it is a square, you would take 4 times the side, which is 24, to find the perimeter. And 4 times 24 is 96. To find the area of the base, you're going to take 24 and square it. And I believe that's 576. Yep. Sorry, don't forget your units. Centimeters and centimeters squared. The 3D height comes from the center of the base to the vertex, and that is represented by 5 centimeters. The slant height comes from the vertex down the center of a face with an F, and that is represented by 13 centimeters. To find the lateral area, we're going to take our half of our perimeter times our slant height. So half of 96 times 13. We'll put it in the calculator. So half is the same as 0.5 times 96 times 13. 624 centimeters squared. To find the surface area, we take our lateral area, 624, and we add one base area. And the base area was 576. So it's already in the calculator. I just need to hit add 576. And it's 1200 centimeters squared. For volume, the formula is 1/3 B times H. So that's 1/3 of 576 times 5. And let's put that in the calculator. For 1/3, you can simply put 1/3, but make sure you put it in parentheses. Times 576 times 5. And it's 960. So the volume is 960 centimeters cubed. All right, on to number 3. Again, the same thing. I need my P, my B, my H, and my slant height. Again, we have a square base. So the perimeter is found by taking 4 times 14 for this situation. And I believe that's 56. And we're units are feet. For my base area, I would take 14 squared, and I believe that's 196 feet squared. We're given our 3D height, which is 12 feet, but we're not given our slant height. So there is a right triangle that connects the 3D height to the slant height, and the bottom is half of your base side, or so half of your side, so that's 7. Again, our 3D height is given. That's 12. So to find the slant height, I would need to take the square root of 12 squared plus 7 squared using Pythagorean's theorem shortcut. And it's roughly 13.9 rounded to the tenths feet. So again, to find the lateral area, it's 1/2 times your perimeter times your slant height. Our perimeter was 56, and our slant height was 13.9. So 0.5 times 56 times 13.9. And that's about 389.2 feet squared. Our surface area is nothing but our lateral, 389.2 plus 1 base. Our 1 base is 196. So the total would be 585.2 feet squared. And again, to find our volume, we're going to take 1/3 times our base area times our 3D height. Our base area is 196. 3D height was 12. So another way of doing it is 196 times 12 divided by 3. And you get 784. So 784 feet cubed is the volume for this pyramid. All right, number 5. Again, we're finding P, B, H, and L. So the right triangle that connects your 3D height to your slant height is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. And it's showing that our 3D height is 8. And that's across from 45. So that means these two angles are congruent, so these two sides are also congruent. And based on the pattern for 45, 45, 90, it's x, x, x root 2. So on our situation, it's 8, 8, 8 root 2. So that means across from 90, which our slant height is going to equal 8 root 2. So there's our slant height. We have our 3D height, it's 8. Our units are feet. So if this is 8, the entire side is 16. So to find our perimeter, it's 4 times 16, which is 64 feet. And then to find our base area, it's 16 squared. I don't recall that off the top of my head. 256. So our base area is 256 feet squared. Again, to find our lateral area, it's 1/2 times our perimeter times our slant height. So that's 1/2 times 64 times 8 root 2. I'm going to go ahead and leave it exact, meaning root 2 will stay in my answer. So I'm only going to multiply 1/2 times 64 times 8. And I get 256. So my lateral area is 256 feet squared. I'm sorry, 256 square root 2 feet squared. So let's just bring that down. 256 square root of 2 plus one of our bases to find our total. One of our bases is 256. And technically these are not like terms if you treat the root 2 like a variable. So this is essentially your final answer for your surface area, and the exact final answer, that is. So just add feet squared to it. Now to find our volume, again it's 1/3 B times H. B again is 256. H is 8. So in our calculator, we're going to multiply 256 times 8 and divide by 3. And you get roughly 682.7. Round it to the tenths. 682.7 feet cubed. Alrighty, it is your job to finish the evens on your own. Remember that 7 and 8 are extra credit, so if you work them out properly and get the right answers, you will be rewarded handsomely. Good luck on finishing the rest of your assignment.